In Uganda, we have very many businesses, and as UEPB, we are actually striving to drive them to get into the export market. And that's why we engage in several activities, including the export launchpad training. The opportunities that the exporters in Uganda have is so huge. If you look at the total world exports, it is coming to over 24 trillion US dollars. And that's a huge, huge sum of money. But when you look at what we are doing for the financial year 2021-22, we made over 3.8 billion US dollars. And for the just ended financial year 22-23, we anticipate to exceed $4 billion. Now, if you look at $4 billion vis-a-vis the 24 trillion US dollars, that shows you massive, massive opportunity, huge. But just other than looking at the numbers, if you look at the markets where these volumes come from, for Uganda, we are in the East African community. We are in COMESA, that is the common market for the Eastern and Southern Africa. We are in the African Continental Free Trade Area. So those are all opportunities. But in total, the total export market for the world is over 24 trillion US dollars, while for Uganda we are hitting this just ended financial year, we shall hit slightly above 4 billion US dollars. First and foremost, to participate in the export market is very simple. We first of all, as a company that has interest or is in the business of exports, number one, you need to be a registered company. You must have a TIN number. You must have an account. You must have registered your products. You have patents and the rest. But in addition to that, you also have to ensure that your products meet the standard, because it is only standards in the whole world that is not negotiable. We can go and negotiate tariffs, we can negotiate, have bilateral engagements and negotiate several other things. We can't negotiate standards. Now, the low-hanging fruits for Ugandan exporters, first and foremost, is the East African community market. Then there is the COMESA and the African Continental Free Trade Area. And these are areas where we now look at the fruits and vegetable, our manufactured products within the region, which gives us a quick win. That means you can export to Sudan, to South Sudan, you can export to the Democratic Republic of Congo, to Rwanda, to Burundi, to Kenya. So those are, to me, those are the low-hanging fruits. And also you note that in terms of the world population, we are coming to over 8 billion people, but that is also a huge opportunity in that these people have to consume on a daily basis. So how prepared we are is very important for us to get into this market. The new financial year, which has just started, because this is July, which is the beginning of the financial year, you look at the government budget, you look at the government programs and activities. The parish development model is there, yoga is there. These are all programs that are there to ramp up production. But ramping up production will require that the company or individual needs to be prepared. You need to be brought up to speed. The essence is that for you to participate in this sector, you must ensure you meet the standards. You must be compliant. But as you are also compliant, you also have to ensure that you have sustainability. Can you actually supply what you have promised to supply? Because the export market is not a village market where, I only take what I have. When you get into the export market, these are long-term relationships. And in long-term relationships, you need to actually prepare yourself a lot. And as an Export Promotion Board, we are actually here to ensure we prepare you. That's why you see we do export readiness assessment to assess how ready people are, identify the gaps that they have, all the challenges they have. Then we address those so that by the time they get to the market, they are fit to go. But that is also important, and why we emphasize the assessment is that when you cross the Ugandan border to export, first of all, you operate as an individual company within the country. But the moment you cross over, it is not the individual company, it is now Uganda. So what you do the other side has a very big impact on all of us in the country. In terms of challenges that we have, first and foremost, there is a lack of information. People don't know what to do where. And that's where now, say for this particular challenge, we shall train, we shall work with development partners like TFO Canada to ensure our people know what is expected of them. Now, the other thing that has been happening is we have also been exporting, more especially when you come to the agriculture sector, we export commodities. But government has taken a stand that we actually need to do value addition. And it has actually set several infrastructure to support that. The roads, the training institutions, the energy infrastructure is being developed, peace and security is being worked on to ensure that actually people do value addition, because with the value addition, we get more. In the process of coordinating, developing, and promoting Uganda's exports, this is something that is done jointly with the other ministries, departments, and agencies, the private sector themselves, the development partners. Now, for this particular case, we have one of our development partners, that is the Trade Facilitation Office of Canada, in conjunction with the Islamic Trade Finance Corporation. We have teamed up with them, and we have a program which is coming to an end soon, where we are training, building capacity of the micro, small, and medium enterprises in Uganda. And this is the last lot where we are. The total is coming to about 112 SMEs in this country. And we want to ensure that these people actually participate fully in export. With this activity, we are also going to identify amongst these people who have trained, and we shall take them to Anuga for purposes of linking them to the market. We shall take some also under this project to the African Continental, the African Trade Fair, the Intra-Africa Trade Fair, which was initially supposed to be in West Africa, but has been taken to, has been pushed to Egypt, Cairo. So with this, we shall assess and see how ready some of these trained SMEs are. And with this project, we shall be able to take them to this.